On a grin, you get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. Never gonna lose, never gonna win. Long as you're happy, you're always gonna grin. You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. You get out what you put in. Here we are. It's the last show of 2022, and I've got the lovely Rachel Gregory with me. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, Ashley. I'm really well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I feel very honoured to be asked to, be on here with you today, and especially the week before Christmas as well, and your last one of the year. So thank you so much for having me.
No. I'm impressed that you're here with me today, because yesterday you were out having a boozy lunch, weren't you? And now today, I guess you've got sandwiches and you're putting up with me. So I'm really sorry. I'm second fiddle today.
Not at all. No, it's great to catch up. But yes, no, I was out. It wasn't so boozy actually. It was
Yeah,
but it was
right,
more
right. Yeah,
yeah.
accountants don't drink at lunchtime, do they? Of course.
No alcohol was consumed. But no, it was a fantastic Christmas lunch with Peter Jarman and Co. and his team in Shoreham, which is not far from us because we're based in Brighton. And we just had a really insightful morning catching up with Peter and his team, just kind of learning about the scale of their practice, what challenges they're facing, what tech they're using, and it was just really insightful, so valuable, worth its weight in gold. So thank you, Peter and the team, for having us.
And that is absolutely fantastic. We'll get to that in just a second.
Mm.
Let's first of all introduce you. Tell us who you are and what you do. A little bit about yourself, please, Rachel.
Yes, of course. So I am Rachel Gregory, now Rachel O'Reilly, because I got married in September, and I'm
Oh, congratulations! I wondered why that little thing was in the middle. So what's your real surname?
Rachel O'Reilly.
Right, you married O'Reilly. How was your
I
wedding?
did. It was incredible, thank you. We had a beautiful day. Feel so blessed, like sunshine all day, blue skies, most incredible sunset. Everything went to plan,
Oh,
and everyone
perfect.
had an amazing day. So yes, was fantastic. Thank you.
Brilliant, Mrs. O'Reilly. Carry on. Sorry, I interrupted. I
That's
interrupted.
okay. So I'm 33. I'm originally from Bexhill-on-Sea. I've been in sales since the age of 18. Absolutely love it, even though I studied travel and tourism. So I do love exploring the world and experiencing new culture as well. And yes, I love helping others, training and influencing others in any way possible. So my door is always open if anyone needs advice or help.
Fantastic. I think that's what makes a great salesperson, isn't it? It's not hitting the numbers, it's the helping.
Yeah.
And I think today more than ever, that's what people expect. Most people, I'm going to ask you a tough question here, and I want you to give me a percentage. But the average buying journey, how far are people on their buying journey before they actually pick up the phone and want to speak to Rachel or Ashley or somebody else that's selling it, whatever it is they're buying? How far on that buying journey do you reckon?
Oh God, it's hard to say. I mean, every business is so different, and we deal with businesses of all different sizes, from kind of one-man band startups to some of the biggest accounting software platforms on the globe.
The
So
world,
in
yeah.
the world, so it varies for every type of business. But I think we have conversations and meetings, and they come on board the same week. Sometimes it takes 3 months, 6 months, sometimes even 12 months. It really does depend. But I think as Accountex is approaching its 11th year next year, and we've gone, of course, global. I think people recognise that we are a brand, that if they're looking to meet accountants and SMEs, it's not that they'd like to work with us, it's that they need to work with us because all of their competitors are in the show.
Yeah,
And of
absolutely.
course, we are now the biggest global event solely dedicated to accountants and finance professionals. So,
How cool is
so
that?
that of course helps.
Yeah, it does. It does. Right. So the answer is 80%, Rachel.
Wow.
Your average buyer, okay, so whether it's buying a pair of shoes, a holiday, or booking a stand at Accountex, they're probably 80% down the line. And
Wow, it's really high
yeah,
actually.
it's incredible, isn't it? And it's only getting higher. So all the stuff that we're doing beforehand, so things like this, so all this content, people are consuming all this content, that's helping them make their decision whether or not they're gonna go further. So yeah, it is absolutely incredible. So it's all about helping people. So if
Yeah.
you're putting stuff out, these are the sorts of things that you should be thinking about if you're booking a show. Then people go, oh yeah, that's brilliant. She's really helpful. And so yeah, who are they going to call when they want to book a show? So no, superb. So we were just having a little preamble. I thought Accountex had been going even longer than 11 years. So we must have come to one of the very early ones when I was at Thomson Reuters.
Yes, God, yes. Many years ago.
Yeah,
But no, the show
absolutely.
was launched in 2012 and we acquired Accountex in 2016. So I've worked on Accountex for over 5 show years.
Wow.
And I'm still learning new things about the industry every week, every day, like yesterday, seeing Peter and his team and just always, yeah, always learning. It's an industry that absolutely fascinates me, which is why I'm so passionate and love being in this industry.
Yeah, you and me both. 15 years I've been doing it. We've got Billy's just come in with a comment there. 100% agrees. Always fab events. They certainly are. So here's something. No, we were getting to chatting about it, and then we had to go live. That very, very first Accountex that we came to as Thomson Reuters, we had a meeting with the PR, marketing, whatever team you want to call them, and the sales manager and what have you. And basically, we all had to show up. We all had to wear dark suits. Okay, we didn't. It wasn't whatever you want to wear. It was all we had to wear dark suits, so black or dark blue, depending on where you were with your wardrobe. We all had to wear white shirts. And we all had to wear the company tie. So we all had these bright orange ties. I don't know if I saw anybody wearing a suit on the stands this year, but correct me if I'm wrong. We've all dressed down an awful lot, haven't we?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Would have all noticed if you've seen me and the team running around Accountex like headless chickens when we're in show opening mode. We now actually wear polo shirts and jeans and trainers. But historically, we've always kind of dressed really smart. The amount of people that used to wear suits to show that don't anymore has dropped considerably. And I think it's doing business at its best, but it's more connecting with each other, right?
Yeah.
So we don't always have to connect and present ourselves in our most professional form, because actually you can dress down and still be professional and still have great conversations. And I think that really changed post COVID, with us all working from home and dressing down a lot. I think people realize that they don't need to be uncomfortable in a suit all day every day, that actually they're still going to do business, they're still going to inspire their colleagues, and they're going to have great conversations, to regardless of if wearing a suit or not.
Well, the other thing is, and I really hope this isn't a sexist comment, but women, you have to wear those awkward shoes. And imagine being at a show all day in those blinking heels. A pair of trainers is so much more sensible.
Yeah, trainers literally saved my feet
Yeah.
this year. It's they're so much more comfortable. Yes, I mean, hats off to anyone that can do 3-inch heels and be at a show all day, but it's not great on the feet.
No, absolutely not. Just wearing trainers is hard enough because, again, I've come home from shows, and sort of like, and the next day, my wife is sort of like, "What's wrong with you? You only stood there talking to people. Isn't it draining?"
It's being on your
It's
feet for 12 to
oh
14 hours and
yeah,
having
it's
conversation after conversation and having no kind of off time. It's full on, but it's the best time of the year.
it's
It's
great.
like
It
Christmas
is
for us. We
it
absolutely
is.
love it, love every second of it.
That's great fun.
Even when I'm going on site with only like three hours sleep, because I'm literally get back to the hotel room after all the networking and the parties and everything, and I'm just kind of like, wow, this has just been so incredible. And you're just running in on adrenaline, and I'm so excited for the next day. So it's a whirlwind, but it's the most magical, amazing whirlwind you'll ever be in. So we love it.
No, good. So obviously you're Accountex. It's a show for accountants and bookkeepers and finance industry and stuff like that. But you went out yesterday for lunch with Peter Jarman. So tell us a little bit about that, what you can, because you and I don't get what it's like to be an accountant, because obviously we do other things. We obviously work with accountants and know what they do. But what was the benefit of yesterday then, Rachel?
So the benefit of yesterday was for us to be able to learn about Peter's practice and how they're running currently, what their growth is year on year, what software they're using, so what their tech stack looks like. And even though I've worked on Accountex for over 5 years, I've never actually had the opportunity to do that. And honestly, it was so valuable for me and the team. We learned so much because we're talking and seeking out companies that we know have a great offering for the show. And we know that our visitors would love to meet at the show. And then, of course, when we're at the show, we're in show mode and we're, on from the second we get on site to second we get off site. Like, it's so crazy busy. We don't have the opportunity to go and have software demos and see how our exhibitors are demoing their software and how they can help accountancy practices as such. Obviously, we have these conversations with them when they book in. We go through their objectives, their strategy, if they got a new product launch. But Peter actually showed us some of the software they're using, went through basically the whole process from start to finish, from when his team does a discovery call, from when they come on board and what software they use for onboarding, to right through to ongoing, to additional services that they offer their clients. And it was just so valuable because like you said, me and you, Ashley, we don't know what it's like day to day to kind of be in that world, even though we talk about it all the time. And we, of course, attract over 8,000 attendees to Accountex. That's going to grows year on year, and of businesses of all sizes, mainly SMEs, but businesses of different sizes. And it was just so valuable to have that opportunity, and we've just honestly come away full of excitement, buzzing, and just so knowledgeable. So it was brilliant.
And it's people like Peter that really do help the industry. And I used to work at QuickBooks, and he was always helping QuickBooks and doing amazing things with QuickBooks. So yeah, hats off to people like Peter. You also have an amazing range, and this is a flaw in your plan here, if you don't mind me saying. There's too much choice. There's so many different amazing people that you can go and listen to speaking in lots of different theatres around. So that must be an absolute headache for you to arrange.
It is a huge program. We always receive an overwhelming amount of applications. It's something that takes hours and hours, weeks and weeks to organize, because it's like you just have so many different topics to go through, which Caroline, our portfolio director, creates the content with our advisory board. And there is just, to choose, like, even though there's 12 theatres running back-to-back sessions, to select the best content is always a challenge, because you never know what's coming. You can predict certain trends, but that can change between kind of now and May. So it's always, we want to do our best to cover as many topics and have as many influential speakers possible. So it is, yes, it is a big, huge job and challenge. But Caroline and the advisory board do such an incredible job to make sure the program is, as diverse and influential as possible. Covering all the pressing topics that people want to see.
Talk of the devil. She's watching. We've got to watch what we're saying there, Rachel. I don't know who she's talking about here, whether it's you or me, because we're both raving about Accountex. So that's the thing, isn't it? There is absolutely something for everybody at Accountex, isn't there? A question here. I speak with people that do things just at Christmas. So one of my clients creates garlands. Okay, and so she's really busy this time of year, but she's working on them all throughout the year. Now, Accountex is in May. When do you actually start working on the program? You actually are 100% Accountex, are you, Rachel? Because
Yes.
Diversified
So
do lots of other exhibitions, don't they?
yes, we do. So Diversified are a global event organizer, and we have over 12 shows, 12 exhibitions in lots of different sectors, from food and drink to travel to natural and organic products. I'm the sales manager on the Accountex UK portfolio, but me, Caroline, Annie, and our newest recruit, Mo, we work on Accountants all year round. So we're, organising, even when the show has been and gone, and say on the Friday when we get back in the office, when we're absolutely shattered, we're already starting to work on the following
No,
year's show.
no.
So Accountex London is a full 12-month job. We do not
Wow.
stop. So from the moment the show finishes and we've had a fantastic few days and the show's taken place, from the moment we're back in the office, we're organizing 2024, and I'm already talking about 2024, and we're not even in 2023, and that's just the nature of events. And it's the same with Accountant Summit Manchester. So again, that is a 12-month job. We work on that, organizing that, ensuring that we're speaking to the right exhibitors, getting the right exhibitors to the show for our visitors, and of course marketing, working with associations. It is a full-time job as well. So we work on Accountex all year round. We absolutely love it. As you could probably tell, we're so
Yeah,
passionate
absolutely.
about it. Anyone that talks to us, we just are just bursting with kind of passion for the industry and what we do. And we're so excited for 2023.
Excellent. So I'm smiling here because I'm just thinking, this is a random question, Rachel. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf.
Ah, and it's mine, right? And it's mine.
Yay!
And at the end, I can't think where it is but they're up at the North Pole, and they're all dancing around because they've just finished all the toys and that. And then Santa comes back, right, off you get, start again. And they just like, right, start again. They start making everything again.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, that's you, isn't it?
It is literally all year round. We live and breathe Accountants every single day. It never stops. Like, we're always coming up with kind of new ideas. Like next year we've got the King's coronation, so we've been bouncing some ideas around Accountex of what we can bring to the show to incorporate something around that. We expect a lot of visitors to not only come themselves to the show, but also bring their teams, because a lot of companies are still working in a hybrid model. Some teams don't get the option to bond and to have days out of the office or be in the office environment altogether on a regular basis. So we're expecting people to come in force with their teams next year, network, engage, learn, connect. So we're trying to think of ways that we can create memorable experiences for our visitors with their teams for next year. So yes, it never stops.
No, it is fantastic, and it is like you say, it is like Christmas. I've been involved with stands with different companies that I've worked with, and the day of the setup is special as well. It's like wrapping all your presents on Christmas Eve, isn't it? It is amazing. You're going around, you're seeing all these stands and these amazing things. It is just an incredible experience, and everyone's so friendly and helpful. You've got just say Xero and Sage next to each other, for example. They'll all help each other. They're not going to. Oh no! Everyone is just collaborative, and I think that's the lovely thing of being in this industry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've never known an industry like it. I've worked in digital and print advertising, I've worked in insurance, worked in tech for a year during COVID. So yeah, I've never known an industry that is just so together. Like, it's fantastic how the support you see on LinkedIn for people reaching out with each other. And yeah, even though everyone at the show who is exhibiting, some are in competition with each other for business, everyone does help to help each other where possible. And there is nothing better like the build-up day, because we spend all year round looking at a floor plan of squares on a bit of A3 paper, and then you get to the show, you see the space. We're 20% bigger next year as well, so it's
Oh, wow.
definitely going to feel different. It's going to be the biggest show we've ever had, which we're so excited for. And you literally see these stands being built before your very eyes, and it goes from an A3 sheet of paper that you've been looking at for the past year to actually coming to life before your very eyes. And it's magical. There's no better feeling than seeing the show being built and all come together, and everyone just works so hard, from the kind of contractors, the marketing managers, the event teams that work with us, to make sure they have the best show possible. And yeah, the passion and hard work that goes into the show, not just from, of course, our side, but exhibitors and visitors that take the time out to come to the show, speakers like yourself who come to the show to deliver talks. It's fantastic.
No, it is a special thing. So you're working with accountants and bookkeepers and the industry and stuff. What sort of challenges are you seeing accountants and bookkeepers having at the moment, Rachel?
I think one of the things I've come to realize with this industry is that there's not just one or two or three challenges at a time. There's a whole list. It never ends. Like, I'm always so kind of inspired by the jobs that accountants and bookkeepers and finance directors and CFOs do, because they are wearing so many different hats, like a million different hats at once, and their clients want all these different services from them, all this different information, and it's always changing. The industry's forever changing. So I think the challenge is definitely keeping up with the change, which of course Accountex, we like to think that we center ourselves at the center of that change and try and help to deliver the best support possible to the industry. But then you have, recruitment. I'm hearing it's still a major issue. Obviously, I know that is in lots of sectors, but I think where the professions evolve so much, it's actually, it's not just recruiting from someone's CV that's got the qualifications. They need to be able to talk to people, to communicate. They need to maybe have social media skills, other skills. Accountancy practices are, finding that they need to recruit more technical accountants as well. So again, that is such a challenge. Sustainability as well, we're hearing, is kind of a pressing challenge, because accountants are at the forefront to advise their businesses on becoming sustainable. But to do that, you need to do that with your own business and understand how that's all going to work, which a lot of us don't know how that's going to work at the moment. So yes, we are seeing that as a challenge, and we're working with more and more companies to help with the sustainable front, and educate our visitors. And actually, for next year's show, we're working with a lovely company called Rewards Earth, who I will mention because I've just finalised this week. And they are going to plant a tree for every visitor that registers for the show. So they're going to plant over 10,000 trees for visitors next year.
Wow.
So if you register for Accountex next year, you'll
have a tree planted.
Yes, you're going to have a tree planted on your behalf, which is fantastic. So sustainability, definitely another pressing challenge.
Love that.
So yeah, so those are a few that come to mind. Mental health and well-being, I think we all know, with everything we've been through over the last 3 years, that's definitely a pressing challenge as well. That's always going to be ongoing. We all have good and bad mental health. We all have good days and bad days, but it's how you manage that in today with everything that's coming next year, and the uncertainty of lots of things in the industry.
Yeah, no, I love this, and that's why it's 20% bigger, because we're going to have massaging and well-being drop-ins and trees and stuff like that. That's brilliant. Maybe Caroline, when a registration's open, when can we start registering to get a ticket?
You can register your interest now at www.accountex.co.uk.
I was going to say, maybe Caroline can drop that in the chat in the link for us.
Yes, or
as a
Annie, I
comment.
believe Annie's watching as well.
All right.
I think Caroline's just had to go in a meeting, but yes, we will drop that in the chat.
Perfect. So if I register today,
You can
A
register your
tree's going to be
interest today, but
right.
yeah,
So then
register your interest.
you'll send me an email, and it'll
Yes,
say
when
register,
registration's live.
and then I can
Yeah, and
register.
then
I can
you
get
would
my
fill
ticket.
in. Yeah, that's it, and you get your free ticket. You fill in registration form, and it will obviously say at the end of that a tree is planted on your behalf. So
I
that will be
love that.
launched in early in the new year.
Fantastic. And look, we've gone way over our 15 minutes. I hope you don't mind.
Oh no, not at all.
I could talk to you for all day,
I know, I
Rachel.
could literally, actually, you're so easy to talk to. I could talk to you forever.
So, once I've registered, right, there it is. Once I've registered, I'm going to want to go to the parties. So, are you allowed to give anything away? Because the parties are legendary, aren't they?
They really are, and there's just more and more every year. Like this year, I think there was like 4 in total. I have heard that there is a certain party on the Sunborn yacht again, and I have heard snippets of organization of other parties, but we can't release any information at the moment. But just keep an eye on social media. And on our website we did actually have a page this year that promoted the party, so we will do that again. So closer to the show, have a look on our website, check out what's on and events, and it will we're promote the parties that are happening around Accountex, but there are definitely going to be quite a few of them once again, which is fantastic.
And so if I am a potential exhibitor, what's the chances of me being able to book a stand now? Because I know that whenever we've been there, we've booked the stand ready for next year. So do you have any space left, or is it too late? We need to book for 24.
We do have space left, but not much at all. It is very limited. Even though the floor plan's 20% bigger, we are close to selling out. So if you are a business that is targeting accountants and SMEs, don't delay. Get in touch with our team. Today, let's get a call booked in, and we can obviously go through the information with you now. We've also launched our call for papers speaker application form, so that is on our website live, and we're promoting that on social. So if you're an accountant or influential entrepreneur and you want to deliver finance director, CFO, and you want to deliver a fantastic talk at Accountex, the application is live on our website. So yes, you can apply now, and the deadline for that is the 13th of January. But the deadline for exhibiting is whenever we sell out, which is going to be very soon.
Well, after this, it'll be tea time tonight. That's it. That's the deadline. So you need to get in there now. Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. We didn't get through all the questions, but I do have the one final question that I always ask all of my guests. I normally at this point say what I'm doing next week. Well, next week it's going to be nearly Christmas, so we're not doing a show next week, but I will be back in January. I've got it written down somewhere. I'm not going to bore everybody by doing that. But my question to you is, when you were at primary school, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, such a lovely question. Got it. Takes me back. But in primary school, I remember wanting to be a teacher, funny enough, but I never actually followed that path. But yes, I really love educating and inspiring individuals. And I think when I was in primary school, I just loved the idea of presenting and helping others. So a teacher, funnily enough.
Fantastic. There's nothing funny about that at all. I can remember my daughter sitting for hours in front of her little chalkboard with her little toys on the floor, pretending she was a teacher. She was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Lovely.
It's great fun. It's great fun. Rachel O'Reilly, what a pleasure. Thank you so much. Have yourself an absolutely fantastic Christmas, and can't wait to see you in May at Accountex.
Thank you so much, Ashley, for having me. This has been brilliant. And thank you to all of you for tuning in on LinkedIn for this. It's been lovely catch up, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everyone. And get ready, because it's going to be the biggest Accountex yet.
It certainly will be. Absolutely. You heard it here first. Thanks so much, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Take
Bye.
care.
You get out what you put in.